Good evening, folks. This is Ras, and the new barb event with the new updates is about to come to a close. And we've tested it and tested it. I'm in 6th place. I'm just looking for top 10. Okay, here's more to the point. You have newer max rewards. So now you score 2 billion rewards. You score 2 billion points and you get all of this for max rewards. And then the 1.2 billion point chest pays this out. Used to be you scored 500 million points and you got max rewards, but not anymore. Okay, anyway, so now we have these new barb keeps on the map, and we've all seen them. Oh, wrong one. Okay, we hit a 1.7 billion, and we did it without Nagard. So this is the perfect one to put on display what we need to hit these with. Now, you got to scout them because everyone is different, and I want to point out, you already know this, you've seen it, but look at the buffs on these keeps. 2580% attack across the board, 3280 HP in defense across the board, every troop. Okay, compare that to a billion power barb keep. That's a 1 billion power. I sent all T12s for this. I've been showing y'all my march, but I'm trying to make this a resource positive thing for everyone. Okay, a billion power barb keep has 1160 across the board. Look on the right side of the screen, 1160 across the board versus the big jump to 2580% attack and 3280% HP in defense. Okay, so I hit it. I led the rally. I had 267 wounded. These things have 19,708,500 troops. So you got to come with a lot with those buffs. Okay. There was a total of 313,000 wounded, and you'll win the attack, and you can enter the barb, and they're like 28 to 30 something thousand per tick. Use your max size march buff and get in here because the gems are worth it. Okay. So I send 199 per tier except on the T14s. Okay, take a minute to look at that. I send 199 per tier except on the T14s. You see the pattern? I have 237 wounded. Okay. If you have enough players in there, the Great Neff sends 1,000 per tier, except on the T14s. Look at the kills. Between the two of us, 3,400,000. That's 8 million. That's 9 million kills, more than 9 million kills just between the two of us. Now, she has awesome buffs. Excuse me. Con permiso. Repite. Salud. Okay. She has awesome buffs. Level 45, premium general. She's got range buffs better than me. Okay, so between the two of us, there's 9 million kills. All the rest of the layers are just 1,000. Okay. Look at the wounded. Take a minute to look at it. Just load up on the T14s. Don't send no more than, well, I'm getting away with sending 199 per layer, but my teammates are telling me I shouldn't do that because they take more per layer because there's 10,000 per layer on these barb keys. We'll look at it for a minute. Okay, Hunter. He sends 500 per layer, except on the T14s. Let's look at his wounded. 4877, 7877 versus 87. Okay, he's up to 8,700 and something. That's 10,000. Okay, he's already got more wounded. Okay, by sending a PvP march that he would usually send to a rally, most of his kills are on the T14 layer. But he's getting more wounded. Just send like 1,000 or 500 per layer and load up on the T14 layer. When they're heavy on mount, we scouted this one, it was heavy on mount. Every one was different, you have to scout. Okay. Look at Voltron. Again, the kills are on the T14 layer. Paco, you were right. Paco, you were right. However, I translate that to Croat. Paco was right. It's the T14s. He's been screaming this the whole event. It's the T14s. But look at the wounded. Look at the kills. Okay. And let's go to... Okay. Notice, Lethal has T15s. She only throws 100,000 in there. Still gets 4,300 wounded. That's more than me or Neff combined. Just in the T15 layer. Okay. Well, most of her kills are going to be in the T12 because look how she loaded up on T12s. But, I mean, the wounded isn't too bad. But we've got to load up on the T14s and be skimpy on the rest of the layers if they are heavy on mount. Okay, now we had 10 players in here. Okay, so where did 300,000 wounded come from? Well, Mace did great. He had 2,500 wounded, almost 2,600 wounded, to over 350,000 kills. Great. He had 2,378 wounded to almost 356,000 kills. 355, 236. Great. 18,341 wounded versus 91,635 kills. Great, but Mace is still going to have to pay for the wounded cost. Okay, you don't have to do all that. Thank you for the kills, Mace, but let's try to reduce everybody's wounded. Let's try to save people's resources. Okay. And on the T12, 236 wounded versus 20,000. Okay, so Mace did his part. He was positive on all those layers, so those aren't bad results. Mace did great. So where did the wounded come from? Mace did great. Everybody else did great. Okay, look at... Is it Alehek? Alehek? How do you pronounce that? I don't want to butcher anybody's name. Okay. 10,000 wounded. 1.17 million kills. Great results. 989 per layer wounded, sending... Okay, look at this. 10,511. Okay, that is over 11,000 per layer. And look at the kills per layer. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. What do we really have to send for these? Okay, this justifies further study, but okay, T13 range troop, 5,900 wounded versus 538 million kills. Great results. Okay, thank you for your contribution. Would we have had as spectacular results without that march right there? Interesting. Okay, thank you, Ollie Heck. Okay, right there. Okay, that's bad. 153,000 wounded versus 146,000 kills. Okay, you got to send layers at these things. And I do appreciate the effort. We really need everybody on deck because I can't pop these by myself, but I don't want to see any UIT member do that to themselves. Okay, that hurts you, and if you don't have a K40, you're wasting resources in the hospital behind that right there. So what's Ribeye 23, take a look at this and send the type of marches that we were all sending, something closer to that. Because Neff and I got more kills and less wounded than anybody else. So we've got the model to send. Just please follow the model that we're setting here. That's why I'm making the video. Z, okay. 1,032 wounded versus 210,000 kills. Excellent. 1,218 wounded versus 195,000 kills. Excellent. Okay, he's sending 1,000 per layer. He's getting very few wounded. 6,000 wounded versus 751,000 kills. Excellent. Okay, the great results. Thank you, Z, for your contribution. He's only sending 1,000 per layer. I guess collectively we have to send 10,000 per layer. So over here I'm only sending 199, and I'm stealing a wounded to kill result from the rest of you. I don't know that yet, but we haven't really gotten all on the same page. But Paco is right. You do have to send T14s. That's where the kills are coming from. I don't think we have to pick on anybody else. Those are good results. Kind of a weird march and choice of generals, but okay, you totaled for over 200,000 kills, thank you, and less than 200,000 wounded. I guess you did all right, but I want everybody to be able to get in these things clean and get out. And it's because you see right there at the top, we're rallying these things. I can't do it without a rally. You're only getting so many resources. Keep levels are so important these days. We've really got to start watching the resources that we gain versus the resources we spend in healing. I know everybody has fun and a lot of alcoholics on this server, but come SVS, oh, I can't take that hit. Oh, I can't. Dude, I don't want to hear that anymore. I want every one of you to have what you need. And we've got to start looking in every nook and cranny of this game, because most of us don't have a lot of money, and we're competing against people that have a lot of money. And as time goes on, that's only going to get worse. Have any of you seen the buffs that Viper or Geek is hitting people with? I mean, my God. So, I want for all of you to look at this and think about it. But there it is, 267 wounded. The team of 10 people, they only totaled, that really isn't bad. There was only one player that was really negative. But this is what we did without Nagard. When Nagard's in there, everything's just better. But, all right, there is the new Barb event in 14 minutes. All right, hope that helps.